Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube? NES Ruler, and welcome to a brand new review. And this time around, we'll be checking out a film that was sent to me review by Cauldron Films, and you can pick this up right now on Blu-ray at all your favorite online retailers. It is a film that came out a few years ago, but it got a VOD release in 2021, and now it's making its worldwide Blu-ray debut courtesy of Cauldron, and it's a film called Sator. So this movie definitely has the A24 Effect fully engulfed in its narrative. You guys know A24, you know their style, their type of films that they like to release and things like that. And this film definitely embraces that motive and influence that A24 has on the independent film scene. And, I go on to say all the time with people I talk to at work and everything like that, if there's one thing that I think is the most important and influential thing that's happened in filmmaking in the 21st century, it is the creation of A24 and their development and them being able to release the kind of movies that they do with the theatrical releases that they do. So, when you start to see that start to carry over into more independent films, I think it's really, really great. And Sator kind of follows that trek. It's pretty low budget. Actually, it's really low budget. If you watch the one behind the scene featurette on this, you could tell that it's a really low budget, small crew kind of production. But they shoot this movie really well, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But Sator, we follow a family who lives in the middle of the woods in a secluded area of somewhere in the mountains. And the mother has Alzheimer's, and she keeps on repeating that this entity named Sator has come and talked to her and guided her. And our main character becomes obsessed trying to see who Sator is and if Sator's a real person or anything like that. Of course, Sator's a demon, but we learn that later on in the movie. So our main character and his brother become obsessed with trying to find out, get proof that Sator exists. They set up all these cameras out on this trail, and they ultimately become just obsessed with finding out who Sator is. And along the way, we learn more about the backstory and how the mother of these two kids become obsessed with Sator as well. So it's the grandmother and the mother, and now these kids have all become engulfed in this entity named Sator in the middle of the woods, who accordingly lives in the middle of the woods. There was quite a few Woods movies that came out in 2021. I mean, we got this movie, you got In the Earth, you got Gaia. It was definitely a theme last year where we saw a lot of movies take place in woods. Body horror kind of type of films, if you want to call this body horror, a little bit. But a lot of movies that take place out in the woods. And this one follows that. Now, what do I think? Is it any good? No, it's definitely a slow burn, very slow burn kind of movie. Nothing really happens throughout the movie besides the fact of our two main characters trying to find out if Sator is real and the destruction that ultimately happens with their family while trying to prove that this thing is either a real demon or not a real demon. And that's basically about it. It's a very slow burn, not much going on. Like I said, it's very low budget. Half of it's shot in black and white, half of it's shot in color. But technical-wise, it's very, very well made, very well done. The acting is solid enough. The cinematography is really good. The lighting's really good. So technically, it's a really good movie. Narratively-wise, I think it's a little bit boring and it drags a little bit at parts, even though it's only 85 minutes long. But I understand some people like slow burn movies. I like slow burn movies, but sometimes they have to captivate me a little bit more than I feel like this one does. But I still give it credit that the filmmakers were able to make a really beautiful looking movie with the money that they had, and in a really awesome setting. So I give them credit for that. It's definitely a nice movie to look at. But picture quality is really good. It's a digital film, so you know what you're going to get. And sound quality, you got a 5.1 surround sound and a 2.0 stereo track. And not the most features on this. We have a behind-the-scenes featurette, which is like 3 minutes long. It's nothing crazy. Just shows like some GoPro POV footage of the making of the movie and how some of the director and some of the other crew created this atmosphere with the amount of money that they had. a commentary track by the director in the trailer, and that's all you get. So, not the most features, but at least there's something on there. And you get your typical Blu-ray, not much there. It's just a black disc, and you get your clear reversible art a little bit. So, Sator. This is the first film that I've watched from Cauldron, and they're definitely an interesting label. I've started to look into some more of their other movies, and they definitely release some interesting stuff, and I have another one coming up for you guys in a little bit from them as well. So, Sator, an interesting movie from last year. Not going to win any awards or anything like that, but it was an interesting watch. So that's my review of Sator. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/NESRuler22. Hope everybody is doing well, and I shall talk to you guys soon. See you guys.